It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Hello and welcome to the Everything Noob podcast. I am Vortak, joined this evening by Dreadlow and Boombody. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
So, new Grand Theft Auto footage. That is the topic on everyone's mind, at least in my circle. Everyone's talking about it.
Your circle's very small.
It is. Gameplay footage.
Check out a lot of stuff.
Gameplay footage from Grand Theft Auto. But before we get into that, I have a really quick announcement. I teased my Minecraft server community into showing up so I can make this announcement. I will be... well, first I'm going to tell you what it is. There's an event I found out about over the week called Minecon SE. Stands for Minecon Server Edition. And I thought, that's stupid. Why would people... You know, who's putting that on? And I looked into it, and it turns out it's actually a pretty big deal. They have some pretty big sponsors, and a lot of pretty big-name YouTubers are going to be there in attendance. So, just for giggles, I applied, and we have a booth. We have a booth at Minecon SE, and our community will be present, as well as appearances by... I know Dreadlow said he wanted to be there.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do. I think... Monday would be probably the best time because I know it runs, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's in October, and so we got a while, but tickets are free and unlimited. You can go on their website and just apply to get on the whitelist, minecon.se, that's the website, linked in the show notes. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty chill time. A lot of people are going to be there throughout the week, a ton of events and activities planned. So be sure to be there for that. We'll be there representing the VortecVid server community as well as the Everything Noob community. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where is this being held?
This is being held on a Minecraft server. Like, they have a huge server rented out that I guess takes tons of people. They said tickets are unlimited.
It's a virtual event?
Yes. That's why I thought it was silly at first, because I'm like, well, that seems silly. Who's putting that on? Anyone could do that. Anyone could just say, "Oh, I'm running Minecon Server Edition." And they're like,
well, from what
okay.
I read about it though, is when it started out, they just got a server for 50 people, and it became such a big thing that you know now they have thousands of people. So I don't know how big a Minecraft server can be. But
they said tickets are unlimited, so I don't know. I mean, there's a Minecraft gaming server I play on that has like survival games and all this stuff on there, and it has a cap of over 1,000. Every time I look at it, there's over 1,000 people online. I'm like, oh my gosh! So they've already sold, quote unquote, and they're not for sale. I'm just saying sold. They already got over 1,000 people whitelisted for the event. That's crazy.
Minecraft MMO, thousands of people.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited about it. So, Boombody just left. He's like, Minecraft, pff, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, that always seems to happen to us now. Like, my internet drops or someone's internet drops.
Yeah.
Well, he'll come back. So, yeah, we can hope to see you all there. And I don't know what we can do for everything noob, exactly. But... hopefully something. Hopefully we can get both communities in on it instead of just my Minecraft server people.
Yeah.
We got
might be able to make a logo.
Yeah, maybe we'll make something. We got a huge server community though, and I'm trying to run some contests during the event where we give away things on the server, and you know, new people could get them too. You don't have to be on the server already. Things like plots of land. And zips, we call our currency zips, so that you can get, you know, server money.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out how exactly people can win those, but there he is.
For some reason, my internet cut out right there.
Well, you're just in time. I'm about to segue here. Grand Theft Auto 5. We all watched that gameplay footage, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm thrilled. I don't know about you guys.
I wouldn't say thrilled.
The thing for me is when I watch that gameplay footage, I'm thinking, this is a new game, because it literally has aspects. I mean, look, you can golf in it, you can hunt in it, you can play tennis, there's so many mini games within the game. And of course, you got your main storyline, but it just seems like more of a cops and robbers thing rather than the old style GTA. But I don't know. I just think they could have gotten away with even just naming it something else.
Naming it.
Yeah, but then like the 8,000 fanboys wouldn't buy it. Just
Yeah, true.
Now,
But I was just thinking,
see, here's my thinking on it. It's wonderful that they added all these wonderful little things to it, but are you gonna do a whole bunch of things okay? Are you gonna? I mean, how much focus was taken off of the main of the main gameplay then?
That's a good point. How much did they? Because they've done that in the past, where I don't know if it was Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row or some of these games. San Andreas, really, yeah. Some of these games really take away from the main missions and add a ton on the side, which is cool. But then your main story suffers.
Yeah.
Do you think that possibly with all these little mini events that they have inside the new GTA 5, that it's possible that they've taken away a lot of those side missions? Because I felt the same way when I played like GTA 4. I'm on a storyline, right?
Yeah.
And I'm doing my storyline, and then when I go places, I end up with other missions, from other things. So I end up with all these missions, and I lose track of my main storyline. So I'm wondering if maybe, these little side things, hunting and all that stuff, might.
Well, it was kind of like I felt like those. If you played Far Cry 3,
I have
there
not.
was a lot to do in Far Cry 3. Like, you had your main storyline, you had a lot of hunting missions you could go do, you had a lot of race missions, you had these different towers you wanted to take over to get new weapons. I mean, there was a lot to do. But it didn't ever feel like it really pulled away from what the game was trying to be.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping GTA 5 is going to do.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, it's a GTA game. I'm sorry. If I want to play tennis, I'll pick up a Tiger Woods. If I want to play golf, I'll pick up a Tiger Woods game.
I agree. I agree with you there.
Why am I? It's nice that they're side things. I mean, if they're not like super intensive, I can see them getting away with it.
I don't see them making like an 18-hole golf course and then like different golf courses.
If it takes more than a few minutes of golfing to golf, I mean that's all it is. It's just it's fluff.
Let's hope those aren't part of the main mission.
Oh my gosh! If I have
to go golf,
if I have to go on an online dating service within the game, I'm not going to be happy. I'm just going to say that right now.
I don't think I've enjoyed a Grand Theft Auto since Vice City.
I feel the same way. San Andreas was.
Vice City was the best.
People loved.
Vice City had the best soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best soundtrack.
Why did people love San Andreas so much? Because it was big, or because it had a lot of side stuff?
Big.
It was the gangsta type thing too, and that was kind of big.
It was the West Coast lifestyle.
The hip hop and all that was happening back when that came out.
They had like 3 different major cities represented in it. Like they had L.A., Las Vegas, and something else.
Yeah.
What, the desert in Arizona? I don't know. Like there's a lot of open space. There's too much driving, and now it's a Grand Theft Auto game. But there was times where I had to go across the entire map, and it would take like a freaking hour. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And people loved it, and it wasn't. I enjoyed playing it. I don't think I ever fully beat it though, because I got so bored of driving around everywhere, those long distances, and I got way too distracted by all the car customizing, because it was the first time I'd played a Grand Theft Auto. I love customizing cars in Grand Theft Auto. I love it. But it was like distracting for me for some reason. I loved it too much. And then Grand Theft Auto 4 comes out, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to take away all the crap San Andreas had, focus on New York on a small scale, and it should be good. And then I ended up getting like all this money, but nothing to spend it on because you couldn't buy property, you couldn't customize cars, and you always had to impress your cousin and your fake girlfriends. And
yeah,
I was like, this is not, it was fun, but it wasn't
go
fun.
Play pool with her.
Yeah, got to take her on dates, and then if you fail at the date, you fail a mission or something stupid. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's Grand Theft Auto. So this one looks like it took away that stuff, I hope. And
added more. No, I was kidding.
Let me just
you have
do
to take
the
her
thing
golfing now.
that I can't do in real life. bang a hooker in a back seat, kill her, get the money back. Let's go, kill some cops.
Yep.
I mean, the shit you can't do in real life. That's why you play video games.
Exactly. No, that's the whole
Yeah.
point.
If I was if I was a carpenter, I probably wouldn't play Minecraft or any kind of building kind of game. If I was in the military, I probably wouldn't play Call of Duty or anything like that.
People in the military love Call of Duty.
What I hear. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
If I did it on a daily basis, I don't think if I was cooking still, I'd play like Cooking Mama. It's not something I'd want to do.
Or a
Cooking
farmer
Mama.
and play Farmville.
Right, well, I mean,
Farmville's not
is
even a
just-
game.
I don't think anybody plays Farmville. No, just kidding.
I hope
I
not.
can't. No.
I really hope not. If you're one of our listeners who
for-
plays Farmville and you're offended right now, I'm sorry.
I know people that play Farmville, and I don't understand why. I just don't understand it.
They have the nerve to make a Farmville 2. Like,
Yeah, I know.
What do you do? Farmville 2, the Revenge of the Crops. I don't know what the hell. It's
Well,
just
I mean,
the
it's
same
been
thing.
out long enough that it could use the nurturing feel of next gen.
It could go away.
Maybe they're going to allow griefing.
I would love to go to my friend's farm and just take a lighter and like drop it. Like, oops. Oh, you burned down my farm. My favorite episode of South Park was referencing Farmville and Facebook and stuff. And one of the characters got trapped inside the computer. And they were all obsessed with Farmville. And he couldn't get out of the computer. And he was trying to get Kyle. I think it was Stan. And he was trying to get Kyle to help him. And he's like, well, how do I get you out? Or he's like, well, hold on. I got to play Farmville. And he's like, dude, screw your farm. And he starts ripping out the crops. Oh,
That
no,
was
no,
the
no.
Facebook episode, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard because that's how I feel about Farmville. I wish I could go in and just rip out people's crops. Oh man,
I don't. Not a fan of it.
no. But
I am liking some Cube World though.
Cube World
Oh,
is
that-
really fun. But
Cube World is super fun.
I have
hey,
my complaints.
we actually got around having to use Hamachi to multiplayer it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we did that because of
both-
port forwarding. None of us can port forward.
It's really not hard to get around
Well,
without having to do anything. You just got to download some exes.
oh okay,
It basically patches the game to a new IP.
okay,
And then you just one person will run the actual game, the actual server, and then it's super easy.
Well, I have.
Without Hamachi, right?
No Hamachi. I can't stand Hamachi because
I can't either.
it's not the problem that Hamachi is a great product, is a great free service. Don't get me wrong, but you know what? When you try to when you have networking issues, and or a problem with your router, or try to change anything, or God forbid get rid of Hamachi, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Hamachi it's like almost a virus in some ways. It just sits there on your computer and just takes over. But no, I have my reservations. I do have a couple things that I'm hoping Cube World improves on. I mean, I know it's an alpha, so I can't complain too much. It's a pretty well polished alpha.
I think it's a very well polished out. I cannot wait for beta.
Yeah, beta's going to be
Oh,
awesome. So all my friends are playing Cube World, and they've already broken level 300.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm at 9.
You're at 9. See, here's what happened. So they were all playing together, and a couple of them found a recipe for this awesome axe that's just way too overpowered. And they take this axe, they make it a couple times and give it to the guys who can wield it, and then all of them run into some castles and destroy the boss. And this gives them tons of XP because the boss is way above their level.
Their level.
And then what happened was they all climbed up like that, and then they found an exploit that allows you to talk to an innkeeper. And if you talk to the innkeeper, it'll reset the instance at whatever level the person who talks to them is. So if you're level 70, it's going to reset the instance to around level 70-ish. And then everyone goes in, kills the boss, and then not only the people in the castle, but anyone on the server gets the experience from killing that boss, which is totally
I'm gonna play
unfair.
with your friends.
No, they got me up to level 89. It was crazy. In an hour.
Is there anything to get after that? I mean,
Well,
you
can
only need 30 levels or something for all the skills.
It let us explore a lot more because when you explore past that first spawn area, then you find new stuff and new things. But that's why it got kind of boring for me because now we're a really high level and all there is to do is take out these castles, and that's when you realize, okay, they need to get some quests or something in this game. So content-wise, Exploits, I want those fixed because getting leveled up that fast, a little unfair.
Not good.
I love it, but I'm like, it's gonna ruin the game.
As long as they don't make it to where because I'm one of those people that if I work on a character like this, I don't want to have to restart.
Yeah.
So like as long as they don't make it to where I can't take like a level 10 or 20 character and help out my brand new buddy, fresh out the cloning vats, I'm cool with that.
I'm sure they'll keep it so people can help each other, and maybe even there's always ways to level up your friends really fast in MMOs. There's always a way to do that, and they're always balanced strange, but you can manage. I just think the way it is now is a little too crazy, and it's okay. It's alpha. You can't do.
They don't really have any way of leveling other than grinding at this point. So I guess the exploit's okay as far as it stands, but when they get quests and stuff like that in there, they'll have to remove that.
But I mean, it's a game that has what 5-6 biomes already.
We explored. I found an ocean or island-ish biome in my place. There's jungle.
I saw a desert.
There's
jungle,
a desert which
ocean,
looks like
desert,
a volcano.
Frozen grasslands.
Yeah. There's like a volcano
and lava
one.
And lava. Yeah.
That was lava?
Ooh.
I thought that was desert. I thought lava and desert were the same.
No, there's lava, there's a volcano, lava, and desert.
Okay. Yeah, we were in a lava volcano-ish area then. It was really cool, but it was kind of depressing. It was just really red.
Died a lot?
No, it was just really red and depressing.
Oh.
But it's a fun game.
I like running around in my bunny.
In your what?
In this bunny.
Oh,
My bunny.
I have a turtle. And his little legs move so
I
fast.
haven't gotten a turtle.
I have a fly.
Oh, I have another. That's my other complaint. So they got me to a really high level and said, "Oh, well, your pet. There's a glitch right now where his level doesn't stay the same." And so
You mean on servers?
Yeah.
They don't say you're talking about the server pet thing.
So you need to level up in single player, but they're like, "Oh, that'll be easy. Just take him to some high level places." He is still like level 10, and I'm level 90, and I can't get him to level up. He just gets one shotted. I'm trying to get him.
You just need to just kill stuff. You just grind, kill stuff. That's all you gotta do.
That sucks though. I'm trying to get him to tank for me. So I need a way. I need them to fix that bug or something, or I need a way to level up the turtle so it doesn't take me years. Because it's taking.
Oh, you need to dump more points into. You're already filled all your points though. Huh?
No, you can keep going with those.
How high can you go get your stats?
I don't know how high. I don't know
Like
the max.
You don't talk about your level. Like you level up, you get 2 points. How many times can you spend into a level?
I haven't maxed one out yet, and I'm past 30 on some of them. So, yeah.
Oh wow.
It's.
I'll be able to glide across the entire world.
I have my pet speed really high, so I can sit on my pet and then have him take me wherever it's really fast.
Yeah, I'm at. I think you can get. Can you get above 200%?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a wiki for all this.
There is a wiki.
So
also, it's not midgets.
Oh yeah, we read that wrong.
You read that wrong. I never read midgets.
I know.
Midgets.
We thought one of the pets you could tame was called midgets. I'm like, why would they put that in the game? That's horrible.
They're midgies.
Midgies.
I'm so dyslexic and dumb.
It's type of fly.
Yeah, I don't want them as much.
You know
now.
what comes out very soon?
What's that?
Defiance? Oh.
Defiance has been out.
Oh, it's out, yeah.
What's the other one?
Maybe the patches will come out soon. I would assume, either Defiance needs to put their patch out now. I would assume they would hopefully try to put it out for the next season, but season just ended. So they need to put that stuff out now. Oh, wow.
What's coming out?
Defiance is putting a patch out. Or they're supposed to have been putting patches out for a while now.
And you said something else.
Races, new classes. Though I mean the classes mean jack malarkey in the game. I mean it's for synergy use.
I thought you were talking about a whole nother game. Just a second ago.
Yeah.
And then
No. Yeah. I was gonna say until Lito had to.
Sorry.
What an a-hole. No. It's gonna be good old Shadowrun, man.
Shadowrun?
Shadowrun, man. Yeah.
Shadowrun Man.
Shadow Man Run, yeah.
Man Run.
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun.
Just Shadowrun.
I've heard of this game.
It is
feel like it's
one
a
of my
remake.
favorite games. It was originally a tabletop game.
Okay.
Tabletop pen and paper.
Yeah.
It's like D&D, but Futuristic sci-fi.
I never play those games.
Future sci-fi RPG.
Nice.
You know, well.
So, cool. Well, there's some other stuff going on in gaming news right now. I'm sure we've all heard about this guy. It's been like 10 months. This kid got put in jail. And I'll break down the story real quick for those of you who may not have heard about it.
He got jailed.
He got jailed because he was on Facebook talking to his League of Legends buddies. And he said something really awful as a joke. And I've seen people joke around like this. It's never funny. And I'm sure he wasn't meaning anything by it. But what happened was they said, like, they told him he was messed up in the head. Like, they were just giving each other crap back and forth. And he goes, "I'm so messed up. I'm going to go down to this elementary school and I'm going to, do all these horrible things." And I'm not going to repeat them. You can read the story. They were pretty bad.
Yeah.
You can read the story. It's linked in the show notes.
Even on my standards, that was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. But anyway,
that was Rockefeller of outrage.
Someone saw it in like Canada or something, and she called the cops, and they took it very seriously because their excuse was, "He lives next to an elementary school." And I said, "Everyone lives next to an elementary school. How is that a valid argument?"
You know what I say?
If you
I say blame Canada.
Blame Canada. If you live in a community with houses and stuff, you're going to be next to an elementary school.
Unless you live out in the boonies.
Yeah.
And then you live out in the boonies and you're a weirdo, and that's why they get you.
That's when you should worry. So they arrested him on those like, terms. And he's been in jail ever since for 10 months. And finally, like there's been campaigns to raise money to get him out of jail. And his bail is $500,000. Anonymous donor out of nowhere, bam, donates it. So he just got bailed out.
He was bailed out. A fine individual bailed that gentleman out.
He could still be convicted, though.
He saw the suffering. Like Jesus himself, he raised that man out.
They're saying he could still be convicted. He still has to face court, and I don't think it'll happen. But
well, I mean, that's going to set some precedences, which is kind of nice because such precedences need to be set. But
yeah, I think this is the perfect example of the League of Legends community, though, at its worst. Because
I wouldn't say League of Legends, because what did he say it on Facebook?
He said it on Facebook, but it was with his League of Legends, either forum or buddies. They were something to do with League of Legends. That was a strong.
Apparently, it wasn't his buddy. If they called the cops on him,
no, it wasn't. Someone random saw it. Like, that wasn't related to him. But it was on. Here's what I'm thinking. There was a League of Legends fan page, and he was talking on that.
Okay,
so,
well, I wouldn't blame League of Legends. I would blame blame those pot-smoking Canadians.
No, I agree with you. I blame the person who called him. But
Canadians, kidding, Canadians. I love you.
I'm saying I've played League of Legends and I've played Smite, very similar games, and the communities are terrible. The kids on there talk so much trash for no reason.
The thing is, though, that's any community.
Well,
that's any online gaming community. I don't care who it is.
I know. Call of Duty isn't any better.
One of the reasons
Minecraft, you name a game.
I love the Minecraft
where everyone
community.
gets along. Everyone's happy, wonderful.
One of the reasons why
I'll show you the people you need to put in jail.
One of the reasons why I don't play League of Legends is that very reason. I get on there and, man,
it's one of those games. Here's the problem. Here's why it's so amplified on League of Legends. Let me just tell you why I think it's different from games like Minecraft. Games like Minecraft are segregated, so there's like Team Aviation, and they love to grief people. That's terrible community, whatever. And then there's people who just avoid them and play on their own server with their own friends, and then they share their creations, blah, blah, blah. League of Legends, Smite, you go in there, and you are supposed to know...
Well, play against bots with your friends.
Well, I don't know about League of Legends. Smite, you can't.
You can.
Okay. You're supposed to know what you're doing. That's my point. You go into a game, you have to know what you're doing, and there's a way to do everything. And if you don't do it right, people crucify you. They do not care. They're really obnoxious. And that's why I don't play it, because I don't play against bots. I just want to learn the game with my friends, because my friends are like, come play with us. Okay. I jump in, and no one's nice to me.
Well, the thing is, though, right? Yeah. Well, that's what bots are for. You go play with bots. You can play by yourself now. There's no reason that you can't, learn the game without dealing with people. And now, the game actually defaults defaults to have the player-to-player chat off.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that is good.
That is
The
good.
default. I don't know if it's team. I don't think it's team, but like opposing team chat is default off now.
See, that's good because
But,
opposing
like
opposing
I said,
team.
I have not found, except for the people I play games with, I have not found a group community, whatever, a game community where the people are nice to newcomers.
Of course, it's always going to be there.
Here's the thing, though. See, I find I've been playing Firefall, and Firefall is all about working together, because if you're alone by yourself and you're playing solo and you do something, it becomes an event for everybody else around you, so they come and help you. And so it's like, and they get rewards for that. So it's like they're compelled to help each other, and they don't put each other down because they're there to help each other. So when I go into well, it's not a dungeon, but when I go into an area where it requires a group and I die, they come and help me because they get experience for reviving me. They get rewards for that. So it's beneficial for them. So they're not going to put you down for having to come back and revive you. They help you out in some way.
I don't know. I had people just like walk by me and not do anything.
Really?
Of course, I played a lot way before you did, before it was as popular as it is.
Yeah,
I played
well,
like a year ago. So
oh, they've changed it.
It's
no
a lot
leveling
different. Well, and
system.
it's, you know, and maybe because the game is set up that way, that you have to, that, you know, working together gives you plus. But you don't hear people. But I mean, you're not the games though. That's a pretty unique style of gaming though.
Yeah.
As far as say other games where it's like you're put in a situation where you need to work with other people against other people.
Yeah.
If Firefall was a PvP game,
they have
you would hear
PvP
that.
in there.
And in PvP, it's the same way.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You're with a group, team, deathmatch, whatever. You know, you're gonna deal with the people you're dealing with, and they're gonna, you know. But again, I think it's very cooperative. I love how the gameplay is. But
Like
you're
I said,
right. It's
I would have to
PvP.
play again in the now, because like I said before, when I played, there wasn't a lot of cooperation. People would kind of do what you're talking about, but more often than not, if I fell, you know, I might as well just be a piece of texture built into the game, because no one ever helped.
People in video
You're like
games.
inside of the rock.
I'm just a piece of terrain, because no one ever lifted a finger to help me.
People in games like to keep to themselves, and MMOs are like the prime example of that. When I'm playing World of Warcraft and I'm killing a bunch of stuff, it's rare that people will come and help me out. And again, I haven't played that in forever. When I raided with people, then I got those jerks.
Which makes no sense, because you're playing a massively multiplayer online game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the whole point is to be with other people.
The whole point is to play with other people. You know, if I wanted to play a single player game, I mean, just go play a freaking single player game.
So
if you're gonna be an asshat about it, just go play a single player game.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
My thing with games like Smite is they don't have bots in Smite, so I'll use this as an example because I don't play League of Legends. I think it's stupid when you have games like Smite. So games like Smite,
Two different games.
I know. I just like Smite better. You go in, and instantly the other night I got someone on my butt. Like as soon as the game started, we hadn't gotten in the game yet. I picked my character and I locked it in, and someone freaked out, and another person joined them because it was Artemis.
Oh, sure.
And Artemis is a person who has a bow, right? It's, I guess, physical damage, and they're like, we can't have that many physical damage characters, and they haven't even locked in yet.
Oh my God!
And
you
I
didn't even
said,
play yet.
yeah, we hadn't even started yet, and Frodo was with me, and he's like, yeah, we can. Don't even listen to them. Shut up. And I said, look, guys, I'm sorry. I haven't played this game in months, and this is my go-to. And it shut them up because I wasn't hostile towards them. But it's ridiculous. We haven't even started yet. Maybe you could say, hey, you know, I've played this. I've played with this many physical damage people before. Do you mind going magic this time around, instead of being an instant jerk? Because I would have done it if they were nice.
They're just going to automatically go, I'm going to be a douche, and because they don't care. Because you know what? and I'll go back. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The anonymity of internet, not being able to reach over and punch someone in the face, is killing games. It used to be when you played a game with someone, not online, you had to sit there and play with them.
Yeah.
And if they were doing things wrong, you could reach over and punch them in the face.
Well, people are civil when they're near each other, and I'm sure if all these people were in the same room, they would be pretty nice to each other because they'd see each other face to face.
Together.
What?
It depends on how many you get together, because then
True.
they just turn into a mob.
Then it just gets unruly. No, I mean the best times. I was telling someone this the other day. The best times I've ever had fun in video games is when it's a LAN party and I have my friends in the same room with me. That's the most fun I've ever had because we all sit there. We play Halo, for example, and it was Halo 3. You could customize the game variants. You could turn the gravity way low so you can jump like really high and make it so every gun kills you instantly. And we play these insane games where people are running super fast, jumping with no gravity, and killing people with one hits. And we wouldn't stop laughing. We play what was the variant where it's like it was Juggernaut or something, and we made the Juggernaut really slow and cumbersome. But we gave him an instant kill weapon, and everyone else didn't have instant kill weapons, but they can move really fast and jump around. And so when you became the Juggernaut, you could just stand there and pop people out of the sky, and it was a laugh. It was a great time. But
oh wow,
those are the times I remember. I don't remember getting on. Oh, I can't even think of an example right now because all I play is friggin' Minecraft so long. Getting on Guild Wars and leveling up with random people on there or doing a few quests. It's not as fun because you don't know the people. You're not in the room with them or you're not even friends with them. And
right.
So yeah.
I mean, and to be honest, the amount of people you meet in a game, it's if you go into it thinking, "Oh, I'll meet everyone," and talk to, it can't be done.
No. Absolutely not.
But if you could put yourself in a better situation to because I don't think there's maybe like a handful of people that I refuse to be around in the world, not like gaming, in the world.
Yeah,
I can count them on less than one hand. In fact, if I was missing fingers, I could still count them all on one hand. and it's just if you just please just don't be an asshat.
Yeah,
that's all it takes. You don't have to be nice to people. Just if they ask for something, I mean, I don't know people that just walk up and be like, oh, hey, give me your stuff. No, people aren't going to do that. But if someone asks for help, you'd be like either yes or no. Just answer yes or no. Yeah. I think that's plenty enough. Just if people just do that, or especially for new games, and I really just don't understand why people, because we're all playing games. We all want games to be fun. And it's the community that makes games. And, I mean, this is mainly for things like League of Legends and Dota and Han and, all these hyper-competitive games. If people were just a little bit nicer, it would make our games so much better.
Oh, gosh.
Because I know people that have just completely turned off of games because of, like you guys said, I don't want to play it because people are rude.
That's the worst when you spend money on them, too. League of Legends is free. But when you spend money on a game and everyone's a jerk, then you're like, great, I'm not even going to turn this on anymore.
Maybe you spend money on League of Legends. I like my skins.
You can spend money. But again, that's even better because that's you invest money and time into a game and then you find the community is just utter crap. You don't want to play it anymore and you've wasted time and money.
Right.
And it sucks. It's
like
not
Minecraft.
Like Minecraft. It's not just when someone makes you feel bad once, it's when it keeps happening and you're like, I can't play this game. I can't do it. League of Legends was like that for me. The instant I got in, I had one friend, way higher level than me, way more experience, and he thought I could pick it up instantly. I couldn't. And when he wasn't online, he was like, well, keep practicing, get your level up so you can play bigger, games with me and stuff. And no one was nice to me. No one understood that I was new. And it was just a bunch of 13-year-old jerks, or even people my age were just flat out jerks. Everyone's
people that are rude. I mean,
they all think they're in a tournament.
Yeah, they all treat it like that.
World Gold League, Super Pro, it's just like I said, I mean, people just need to be a little bit nicer, and anyone listening, and we all have our bad days,
Yeah.
and we have all had, we've all, and no one is exempt from the occasional been a douchebag.
Oh no,
And
I've been there.
and it's okay, just try not to do it.
If you're like that all the time, every time you turn on a game, yeah, you're ruining the experience for everyone that's playing. And
I mean, now don't get me wrong. Like we like the group I play with a lot. We play a lot of LOL. Okay, we do our daily win because we want our daily win because we want our extra little bit of XP or our extra bit of IP. We want our we want to keep fresh. We want to try new champions. We want to keep practicing the game.
yeah,
And a lot of us find that just that one game a day is not too much to ask of ourselves. So, we'll play, like, if there's 3 of us, we'll play 3, and we'll usually do a co-op versus bot game, because we're not always looking for PvP. And especially if we're just relaxing, just play a game for half an hour or an hour or whatever, just relax. But I tell you what, if there's 4 of us, and we've called something, have the courtesy that if someone calls it and you still want it, back the hell off. Because if you make the mistake of being with our group, you're not going to win that match.
Well, I noticed
because 4 out of 5 people voting a certain way can surrender a certain game. I'm just going to say it like that.
I noticed. I think Smite has a like a tutorial.
a pretty crappy one.
Or they all have tutorials now.
Well, or you can play with bots, and to learn how to play or
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
and people say you don't practice like that, but I've done that, and
It's nothing like the real
bots
thing.
are easy to kill, and it's just easy. And I'm going,
Turn-
I think I got this. I think I got this. I jump into a game and I die like every 2 seconds.
So I completely disagree. Because, well,
don't help
not
me at all.
completely, but bots are okay. They're easy. We'll agree to that. You turn the bot difficulty up, they're pretty they're pretty difficult.
Are they?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, depending on how the game is coded. If the game is coded in such a way that bots can get off abilities that you physically can't push the button fast enough,
Yeah. I just
and
don't
that's
think
what it's like
the
for
same-
League. At least all the people that I play with agree that League has gotten to that point that you swear the bots are programmed differently than people.
Well, of course. The bots are never going to be perfect, but sometimes they need to take everything into consideration, because when you're playing games like Smite and League of Legends, people will, on their teams, will coordinate different strategies. Like, okay, we're doing this. If you get really into the game, all the towers are gone. Eventually, you just raid one lane together. Everyone just goes in.
I mean, you'll eventually outfeed them. I mean, you can your tactic a person's tactics will always beat the computer. It's that simple.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so that's
It's
why
like a
the bot
football game.
practice, I don't like bot practicing. I like just playing with real people and learning people's strategies, because you learn more when you play against a god that you've never played as. You start to learn that god's abilities too, and you don't even have to be playing him. And you're like, okay, so that's his weakness, that's his strength, and it's a better way to play a video game than just playing with the computer, who's just a stupid robot and is going to keep constantly coming at you.
Robot, he's Knife Man.
He's nice.
And see, and thus we come to the fact that when we get into a real game, because we want to learn, we get yelled at.
Yeah, and then
Well,
we get yelled at.
And
'cause we're
thus
just
we
trying
don't want
learn.
to play. There
Well,
you go.
that's why.
Back-
That's why
there you
there's
go.
2 ways. There's
Call
2
it
ways
circle
to fix
jerk.
that. There's 2 ways to fix that.
22.
No, it's not a catch-22. Your options are turn off the chat
Yeah.
and report them, because
I-
most games have a report option for unsportsmanlike conduct,
Yeah. Yeah, Smite has it. Nothing ever comes
and
of it.
or get more friends in the game.
Yeah, make friends.
I've never had. I very rarely played a 5-man pre-made team of people I at least know, and friends and friends of friends. I have never had a game where it was like we rage. You rage at a game, sure, but it never got to the point of it never got to the point where I was so angry that I just like I couldn't, you know.
You rage quit and you're done.
I can count them on maybe 2 or 3 times that I've actually rage quit out of the game because I was so angry.
Yeah.
Is that also a fingerless hand?
That is a very few fingered hand. I'll say that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Anyway, those communities, the point is, every gaming community can suck. I've just noticed it more in those games because they're...
Oh, sure, yeah, they're way more prone.
They're way competitive. And that's why I don't like watching... I don't really watch any game tournaments, but the ones I like versus the ones I don't like, I like, for example, the Binding of Isaac tournaments because those people are playing for themselves. They're all by themselves, and they're racing against other people, but they can't talk or see the other people. They're just being told, okay, you're in the lead. Okay, you're not. You know what I mean? Those are cool.
I really enjoy watching Dark Souls speedruns.
Dark Souls speedruns could be one. I've never seen that one as a speedrun, but that's cool.
I'll send you some links to some people that do some speedruns. They're some pretty good. I watched one today that was a sub. It was a 1 hour, 3 minute total speedrun of the game.
Yeah. League of Legends, though, has this competitive edge because you're always playing with other people, and it's competitive to begin with, but I couldn't imagine something at stake and playing with those those jerks.
Do you know for me? Do you know what it takes for me to watch a series or a tournament?
No,
a caster I like.
A what? A caster you like?
I like the caster.
Yeah,
I have to enjoy listening to the caster. And I tell you what, some of these League of Legends, and I can't say anything about the
Smite ones. Or
Smite ones, but I can say that some of the League of Legends like major tournaments that have gone on, some of these casters that they have talking goddamn monotone voices, and are so just let's see what happened over that was a good play and he's down.
I hate when they don't interact at all.
They don't.
Just, you got to be focused on your game, but interact a little bit. Come on. You know,
I mean,
you're there to
it needs to
entertain.
be more than that was a very good play by so and so, and things are looking up for him.
Yeah, I mean, gaming tournaments have really bad commentary. I've noticed.
Like I said, my personal favorite caster is Day 9. If you don't watch Day 9, check out some Day 9. He's got a wonderful YouTube channel, Day 9 TV, I think is what it's called. But I mean, I will watch me some Day 9. I watch his games because he's entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You got to be entertaining.
You have to be.
So,
be entertaining.
Let's talk about a new game real quick. Enough of this. Now I'm just getting angry at games
in
general.
What new game would we speak of?
Monopoly.
Oh, should we talk about Dust? Or Rust, I should say?
That's not what I was thinking. I don't even know what that is.
Rust is a game very much like the game you were going to talk about, but better.
But better. I don't know. It just looked like a cool concept.
Rust is made by Gary from Gary's Mod.
Okay.
And it is a we'll use the term a DayZ-like game.
So I don't like DayZ.
Well, the game Zombie Survival, yeah.
It's zombie survival, but DayZ. Something I don't like about DayZ. I've played it. That's not fair. I've watched it. I've played DayZ.
Okay, you haven't played it. You haven't had the.
But I've watched people and
experience of playing DayZ.
It's just they're constantly running around and hiding. What I like about this game that I was going to talk about, Fortnite, is they're building a structure to survive.
Yeah, you build structures in Rust too now.
Okay.
In Rust, by the way.
See, that would be cool then. I would like that because you have all these zombies coming at you. And usually in zombie games, like Left 4 Dead was fun. You just made it to a goal. I like if you have to be stuck somewhere, you might as well try to make it something.
Be able to fortify it.
Yeah,
right.
Fortify it. And so
there's
that's
a couple
really cool
zombie
concept.
games coming out that are like that. They're on Greenlight right now. I couldn't tell you the names of them right now off the top of my head, but there are several that are moving away from the DayZ just pure survival hide.
Yeah,
and being able to build up your own places. Like I said, Dust is one of them. Is your game available in an alpha version or anything yet? Or
that it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're getting close though. due out later this year, only on PC. It's by Epic Games. So they make Gears of War. So it's probably going to be a AAA title, I imagine. Which may or may not make it good.
Epic is the developer. Or Epic is the publisher.
Epic is Epic Games. That's a good question. It depends on what they were for Gears of War, because
doesn't mean that they're the same though. You need to, if they're the publisher, that's one thing. But if they're the developer, then yeah, it's going to be a Quad A title or AAA title.
Well, either way, Epic Games is attached to it. That's all I get. That's all I got.
Okay, well,
It's
I mean,
a small article.
not saying there won't be some backbone behind it. Then hopefully, I am of course looking forward to Star Citizen.
Star Citizen, yeah. I think that's going to change
the trailers
MMOs.
and everything for it.
I looked at it. It's going to change MMOs forever.
So you need to, if you haven't gotten into, people need to get into the beta while they still can. I think they have discontinued lifetime insurance.
What's that?
Okay, you can put insurance on your ship.
Okay.
If your ship blows up, then you get you basically get money for it, like a car insurance, but for your spaceship.
That's so cool. Oh my
Eve's
gosh.
done it for a long time. But yeah, definitely you wanna definitely get into it. You can get into it for I think the low's like $20.
I think so.
You can get into it pretty cheap.
I was going to pay $20 or $30 and try to get into it before that closes, because I saw it.
I think I upgraded mine to a decent one. I think I paid like maybe $45, $50. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff back in this game. There's a lot to it. If you want some sci-fi goodness, and because number one, they are fully endorsing the modding scene, and there's a non-online mode.
Yeah, there's a non-online mode. There's going to be a story. That's really cool.
Which means if they're opening everything to modding, they're going to have basically, you're going to be able to set up a server and play with your friends.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be good.
That would be really cool.
I always endorse that because, I mean, like I said, I don't until not everyone, but most people are asshats online, and until I don't have to play with asshats or worry about asshats, especially in a game that is, going to be quasi-PvP oriented because of things like pirates and, being able to be a pirate and just run around and blow people's ships up and get their stuff. I may or may not want to play, just by myself and or online. I don't know how they're going to differentiate. Like if you have an online account, those are your online characters, and if you have an offline account, if you're playing single player, then that's locked to single player. I would assume so. Most games have done that. Things like, what was it? Dungeon Defenders?
Dungeon Defenders was cool.
It was a great
yeah.
game. Dungeon Defenders had that, where if you had a non-gem account or whatever, if it was online certified, it was there. That was the type of player. Or if you had it offline, it was a non-gem account. You could play it offline or play it on mods and all these other kind of things. So
yeah, no, I'm excited because I saw. When I heard about EVE Online, I got really excited. I'm like, oh my god, people get ships and they're in space. That's awesome. I've been waiting to play a game like that forever.
Well, I like EVE Online. I have an active account.
I know you like it, and I don't want to dog on it too much, but I opened it up, and I thought it was a Microsoft DOS prompt with a space background. I was so depressed.
One of these days, we're going to sit down.
No, I'll wait for Star Citizen. That learning curve is not something I'm interested in at all, even a little bit.
The what?
The learning curve on that is not something I'm interested in.
The learning curve is really not so bad.
It's like a text-based MMO. It's not my thing.
I'm going to backhand you from across the goddamn internet.
It's true. It's totally true. Come on.
It is not. All right, if we're talking about Worm,
you don't walk around. You don't fly the ship. You tell it to fly. That's a text-based MMO.
That's not text-based MMO,
with fancy graphics.
And you can maneuver your ship in certain ways.
I'm just saying, comparing that to Star Citizen,
Star Citizen is going to be like, basically, if you're doing that,
Gonna be the Eve killer.
I see. I have
not gonna be
friends
an
that
Eve
love
killer.
Eve, and it's cool.
It's not going to be an Eve killer because you know why? Because if I find
People
you
are way
on
too
Eve,
invested
I
in
can
Eve.
and I can con you if you can if you can be conned or like I said, anything goes in Eve. You
Yeah.
lie through your teeth, you cheat, you steal, you lie, you everything. It's all legal, and there are people that get a drive on that. But like I said, I like Eve because I've got friends that are in big corps, and I like to help out where I can, and it's another game. And for me, I'm not a one game kind of guy. Like I'm playing Dark Souls, I'm playing Cube World, I'm playing Worm. I play a lot of games, and it's another game that goes on and off the rotary for me. I play Dota and I play LoL. At some point Smite will probably come back on the thing. I'm actually really pissed at Smite because they lost my account.
They lost your account.
Yeah, they and this is happened with two different game companies, right?
I've had to change my password with Smite like 6 times. It's ridiculous.
I had to change my password. They can't find my account. I can't find my account.
Oh my gosh.
And I sent emails. I said, hey, this is this is my gamer name. This is my profile name in the game. It should be a link to either this, or these are the emails that I used during the time. Could you please give me a little help? I paid money for that game.
Yeah.
I bought in early. And when I pay money, and you're gonna fucking ignore me, we're gonna have a problem. If I was some Joe Blow and it was a free to play game and all this kind of whatnot, wouldn't be a big deal. But when you ignore someone that has paid for your game,
Yeah. It's
that's
like
bad
me,
business.
with these founders packs and starter packs that you play with some of these new MMOs. They lose your account. Yeah, that would be upsetting.
Kickstarters.
It very well was. That
yeah.
Kerbal Space Program was another one.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Kerbal Space
What
Program.
did I do? Because I really enjoy the game, I bought it on Steam.
I'm having
At least
a problem.
now I don't have to worry about losing it.
We only have a few minutes left, but I did want to talk about Steam Summer Sale and something I'm having a problem with myself.
What do you have a problem with? You out of money?
No, not yet. I bought Skyrim. Okay. For PC.
Okay.
I have it for Xbox, but I wanted to stream it, and I've wanted to play it on PC forever. Finally got
get a
it.
capture card.
I got a capture card. It didn't work with my television, and I was really pissed off, so I gave it back. Got my money back. Anyway, it won't work. It freezes my computer the instant I turn it on, and I've tried everything. I've looked online for my specific problem a dozen times and tried every solution I can find. There's a couple more things that a friend of mine was telling me I should do, but I got to talk to them again. We were in a rush when we were on the phone. But, yeah. No, why am I saying that? It was Jemmy. Yeah, I was telling her about it. She had the same problem, but she had to go. Basically, yeah, it just freezes my computer, and I have to do a hard reset. I can't Alt-Control-Delete. I can't Alt-F4. I'm just stuck. And so I'm really bummed out because there's nothing I can do. I know I'm not... I don't want my money back. I want the game to work.
This is off of the Steam one?
Yeah. Now I
Does
feel like
it
I should
open
have
up
went to
Windows
Walmart.
Live at all, or
No.
or Windows
It's
Games
just
Live?
on Steam. It opens up a screen that says play, options, data, whatever. You hit play, and it just
Have you tweaked your
crashes.
settings in there?
Yeah.
See, the one I got
Shut up.
is a
Get out of here.
Games for Windows one.
You know what? Games for Windows can go suck its own. You know what?
I know, but I was thinking that maybe
I
it's
hate
possible.
Games for Windows.
It's just-
Games for Windows is one of the worst
Yeah.
things out there.
It is.
Well, there's the thing I do. I agree.
I'll
with
take
you.
Steam over anything.
As a matter of fact, I registered it with Steam because I wanted it part of my Steam package, right?
But it still works. But you still have to go through Games for Windows Live.
I don't think I do anymore because I think I
Check again,
downloaded it from Steam.
Check
Since
again,
I registered it with Steam, it's inside of the Steam
Check
library.
again, sir.
It's not in my Steam library.
You could put
It
Minecraft.
is in your Steam library.
You could put
You still have
Minecraft
to
in
go through
there.
Games for Windows Live, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we
I
had
haven't-
the problem with we had the same problem with whatchamacall. I'll think of the words eventually.
Yeah.
Dark
but
Souls.
I mean,
Dark Souls won't let us do not Games for Windows Live.
I
And
mean,
it's on Steam.
my computer is a lot less
You know
you
what
know,
really here? I'll tell you one thing that really grinds my gears,
graphics and
guys.
CPU got ways than his, and I don't see why he can't run it. That's the thing. That's weird.
I don't know. You need
Anyway.
to you need to tweak some settings there, bro. You know what really grinds my gears more than anything about the Steam Summer Sale?
Yeah.
Let me see if it's still on the front page. I would assume it is.
What is?
Because how cheap it was. Hold on, let me find it.
What is?
I'll
What's
find
on the front
this.
page?
It's a game. It's a game.
You can just search for it.
No, because I need the right title. Because it's I need the title they put it out as.
So
it was
you're
Infestation Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that is, folks? Do you know,
That's War
you know,
Z.
Infestation Survivor Stories is
Oh.
GD War Z.
Yeah,
That's
don't buy
right.
that.
And it was 75% off at some point today on one of the flash sales, I believe.
Yeah.
And I click on it, I'm like, what is I'm like,
a new
oh,
game.
Infestation
Oh.
Survivor. That
That looks cool.
And I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay.
They
And I
had to
click
change
on
the
it.
name because the movie.
And they fixed it. A little while ago, right? You click on the game, it brings up War Z.
Oh.
That's the only thing that caught me was like, let me look at this. And I saw Hammer Point, and then I looked up and I saw War Z, and I'm like, what the hell? And this really makes me question. War Z is a bad game.
Yeah, they just
It's
ripped off all this
terrible.
other crap. They're terrible.
You
You
die,
know-
you have to pay to be revived.
You
unless
know,
you
but
wait
of
an
course
hour
you
or
can
2 hours.
get the buy infestation and 9,600 gold credits for $38. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that
Yeah.
wonderful?
And then die and lose it all.
And then die and lose it all. I mean, this. At what point? And see, it wouldn't be an issue if it was a free game. Cool, microtransaction to if you suck to make money on it, no problem, not a single problem.
That's why
I'm
DayZ
paying
is.
for a game. You're making me pay for a game, and you're going to do that? No.
Yeah.
And I really question Steam's integrity. Number one, letting the game back on after all the issues that
Right,
were happening,
right.
Yeah.
and with their current market, leaving this game on here. I've never questioned.
Maybe they deceived Steam.
They didn't deceive Steam. Steam knows what the hell this is.
Steam knows what it
That's
is.
true.
Steam
Everyone
knows what
does.
it is.
It was in the
Steam
news.
might have even told them to do it. Hey, just change your name.
No, they had to
Back on there.
because of World War Z with Brad Pitt. They had to change the
Yeah.
name. It was a
You
big
know,
deal.
Yeah.
things
Brad
things
Pitt got
like
pissed.
I can go look at all these free to play games, right? There's 72 free to play games listed on Steam right now. 72.
Yeah.
Pretty good
That's a
number.
lot. That's
Things
a
like
lot.
EverQuest, things like Wizardry Online,
PlanetSide 2.
Conan, PlanetSide 2. Let's see what we got. Aramec Dwarves, Gotham City Imposters, Maple Story. You know, Blacklight Retribution. Blacklight Retribution is actually really good. You check that out. If you like first-person shooters. You know, but not any of these games do you have to pay for, yet you expect there's going to be microtransactions. I can't think of any other game that is going to charge you for the game and then
And-
charge you
yeah.
for something like that. Steam has been, and we'll say Steam has been doing this for a long time. You know, making money on a free game with, say, the Manco crates with TF2, the boxes from Dota 2. These aren't things that are new. These aren't things that are different. These are things that have been happening for a long time. But they're not charging for a game and then saying you can't have everything. If you charge for a game, you should give me all the content that comes with this game.
Yeah.
There
Well,
should be no reason.
That's not even like the worst part. The worst part is them stealing all the content for it and then trying to market it as if it's an original game when it's not. And it sucks. It's not even they didn't even steal good content. It's just a crappy game in every way you can imagine a crappy game being. That's what it is. So
It is.
you know, if you're going to waste money on that, you know, I don't want to play video games with you.
Well,
That's all I'll
don't
say.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If you're really good at the game and you enjoy playing a game, have fun.
Yeah.
I don't berate anyone for playing a game, being good at a game, and or enjoying a game.
Well,
But I don't want to play with you with that game.
yeah, I won't be playing it with you. We got to wrap up, guys. We are
We got to
out
wrap
of
this up.
time. We got to wrap it up. But thank you so much for listening to the Everything New podcast.
And thank you for listening to my rantings.
And thank you for listening to
you
our
for
rantings and
listening to my silence.
Lito's silence. All right, guys.
Alrighty.
See you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.